Hey, ladies, and welcome to another episode of Sisters United. Today, what we're going to be discussing is our last peer group that we had. It went great. Also, the Trans Pride Parade went excellent. It went absolutely excellent. I was a part of the festivities, and I have to say, I was very blown away by everything. It actually was my first parade that I walked, or that I was a part of, and it was wonderful. Um, I got a lot of information out there about the organization, to the city, educating the city on which being transgender is. And I think that's so important, within any community that the community is, aware of what's going on. They're aware of what being transgender is because it has so many stereotypes behind it. People get lost in those stereotypes and they don't really know what to, make of it. So I come to like a point where I don't blame society in a way. It's just like that's what they were taught. Blame your parents, I guess. Blame them. So what we can offer instead of violence and a backlash of negativity is education. And that's what I am giving them. Now, before the parade, we had a peer group and we discussed some insurances and things like that that would help pay, for hormones. And what we've come up with is that maybe we need to fight for some type of, you know, insurance for our individual selves, like a transgender insurance. Um, I went to change.org. Change.org is a place where you can uh, put down like a law that you like, that you think should be good. Put down some information that you think is good and should be changed, and see what happens. Basically, I put that on there, and I got some great feedback. Um, there's under there's maybe like 50 people who are liking it. So it's not that much, but I just posted it. So let's just let it, get in there and marinate a little bit. It just basically said that we need our own insurance to cut it straight to the chase and the reason why. So hopefully that is something that we can look forward to in the future. And insurance for hormones, for, surgeries, those type of things that we need. So keep that in your mind, keep that in your prayers. Um, Sisters, I am still running my peer groups from the last one. This month has just been a crazy month. So we only had one this month. Next month, we're going to have two in the month, and that's going to be the first and third Sunday of the month. Of course, always at the GLCC, 210 Grand Street, Pittsburgh, PA, downtown. So please come down and enjoy the prayer groups. There's always food and always good topics and good conversations. So come on down. We have pretty large group, that attend the group. So just come be a part of it. Come be, sister. So thank you, everyone that is sticking behind me through this tough trial. Right now, what I'm focusing on is the ballroom scene in my city in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and this has been a tough battle. um, the appointed leaders of our city, I guess, feel threatened by the things that I'm saying. Some of them are feel threatened by the things that I'm saying because it is the truth. Um, I did just have a recent meeting at PTAF that a lot know about, and you can get the information on that meeting in the last video I just posted. I want to have a brief talk with my sisters really quick, and it's just about men. Ladies, it's me and you. When it comes to men, a lot of us trans women, we will put up with anything, anything, just to have a man around. He can be disrespectful to us, abuse us, use us, anything. And we try to, stick there and work it out because we think that it's going to work. Ladies, you deserve the world. You deserve everything a good man can offer you. And I'm saying this because never settle for less. Ever, ever settle for less. I don't care how cute he is, what kind of car he drives, how much money he got. Don't settle for less. If you know for a fact that this man has an ulterior motive behind loving you, leave it alone. Use it for what it is. If that's what you want, just to have a little fun, do that. But do not get disrespected, at the same time. You are worth everything. I can't express that enough. Like, you are worth everything. Embrace that. Never let anyone, break you down to not be who you are, a trans woman. So, understand your worth. You don't have to, belittle yourself for a man's attention. It's not cute. It's not good for your mind, your body, your soul. It's just not good for you because it breaks you down. I'm sure we've all been through some hard relationships, all of us. And when we get out of those relationships, we learn from those relationships. So once we keep learning, that's when you can start, recognizing some triggers that happen. And that stops a lot of us from wanting to love again. I know that. It's just like we be on some shit. We're like, fuck love. I'm getting my money. Blah, 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 blah. I know how that feels. Been there, done that. But there are good men out here. There are. And I want you to believe in that and value yourself. Valuing yourself first is the first step. You cannot expect a man to respect you if you don't respect yourself. And that goes for, those ladies who want to, and before I say this, there's no issue with it. Hey, do you. But if love is what you're after, you have to love yourself. If you're on social media and posting new pictures, or you're escorting, or, you're doing you basically, don't expect that man to fully respect you and do what he needs to do as a man. Don't expect that. Love comes with sacrifice. And child, when I tell you, y'all know that I used to escort and I used to be in the streets doing my thing. That was a tough transition. I'm going to be honest. That was a very, very tough transition from getting money every day to getting money every 2 weeks, or getting money when, he got paid. That was a very, very, very tough transition for me. And I struggled at the beginning. I ain't gonna lie, I struggled at the beginning, but I got through it. If I can get out of that, and I was, on tour, doing my thing, out the country, back in the country, like, I was doing my thing. So, and if I can get out of that, any girl can get out of that. But you have to want that. If that's not what you want, that's fine. Keep doing you, keep doing you. I mean, just be safe with it. As I always say, I don't pass judgment on nobody. Who am I to judge? But just be safe. But those who are really searching for some type of love and dedication, you have to give a sacrifice. And it's worth it. It's worth it. Nothing's perfect. Nothing at all is perfect. But when you start respecting yourself and understanding your worth, and that you're worth more than what society places upon you, you'll understand things a little better. So, that's it. Just respect yourself. Don't let these so-called tranny chasers, or, these Facebook creeps, deter you from who you are. Granted, there are some good men. I'm not going to say there are some good guys, like, through Facebook and social media. That's how people are meeting nowadays. That's like the new meeting thing. That's like the new bar. That's where people are meeting now. So it's not to say that there aren't any good guys. You just have to, really fish through that lake until you catch the right fish and value yourself again. So I just want to see the girls, get out of that low point where they feel like, well, this guy is here. I'll do anything I can to keep him here, even if he fucks me over or does bad things to me. I'm still going to stay here and do what I need to do as a good woman, and show him that I'm worth it. If you keep allowing it, girl, he ain't gonna get it. So just understand your worth. And this is a new era. A lot of men are becoming hip to transgender women. A lot of men are dating transgender women who may not have ever thought about dating transgender women. But because we are having these certain outlets with social media, TV, movies, and we're having these outlets in a positive way rather than a negative all the time, they're starting to get adjusted to it. It's 2014 now. A few years ago, the things that are happening now wasn't happening then. And that's called evolution. We are moving forward. But we gotta, first of all, come together and stop fighting each other. Second of all, educate people on what being transgender is. And to all y'all cross-dressers out there and all the gay men who put women's clothes on just for the kicks of it, can you please stop? Like, you're making us look bad. We are our own sex. And I want to, can you please, 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 please stop? And I'm not the only girl who have said this. There are plenty of girls who feel this way. You don't understand how you make us look. Like when you put girls' clothes on just to post an ad or just to go to the club, and then you come back home and you're Johnny again. That's not fair to us. You're like making a mockery out of us. I don't care how real you are, how good you look in some heels, how good you can walk in some heels. You're making a mockery out of the real trans women in the world. And we're not going to keep putting up with this. We're having so much trouble, within society deterring what transgender is and what a gay man is because of what you guys are doing. Understand that. Can we get a little respect? We ain't walking down the street acting gay and doing all this, that, and the third. We ain't doing that. We ain't disrespecting y'all, so can you please stop? So we can evolve and educate people. We can't educate people with this blasphemy. So I ask you, please stop. If you're going to dress up, save it for a ball. Save it for an event that calls for that. Do drag shows. I love drag queens. Do drag shows, do things like that. But don't walk around like in the daytime, all the time, and then next week you want to be Johnny. That's not cool. So let's make you, aware of that we don't like that. So thank you, everyone for watching. Thank you for your support. The support is tremendous. I greatly appreciate it. At Pride, or, at the Trans Pride parade, I raised some donations for sisters, which was wonderful. I raised a cute coin for us. So that was wonderful. It's going towards our community center fund. And we're going to get that open, soon. I'm hoping by the end of the year. I'm hoping. But if not, the beginning, of next year. Which is, plenty of time for me to take my time and, get things going. But right now, my focus is going to be, the ballroom scene. And getting our ballroom scene in Pittsburgh back up and running. Getting things, moved on a positive note. So keep that in your prayers, everyone. Again, thank you, all my supporters. Follow me on Twitter at envy_me_bitch 24. Also add me on Facebook, Ciora Legrand, Legrand. Thank you guys. Love you. Mwah.